So it looked like just, Wabash was hitting just about everything, anything and everything. Just what are your thoughts about, how tonight played out and how do you think, you guys need to bounce back?
Well, that's a really good baseball team that just beat us. I mean, they beat us pretty much in every phase of the game: base running, defense, offense. We didn't do a good job of landing off-speed pitches early in the game, and they were kind of sitting on fastballs, and we couldn't really do anything about it. It was just like get yourself some bad counts, and you got to throw fastballs because there's guys on base, and uh, just lack of execution all the way around. I just don't, and I don't want to take anything away from Wabash either because I mean they threw everything. The guy we threw out there, both those guys, pretty good stuff. So uh, they definitely got us in spots where it was just hard to beat them.
And you have with your career, you have so much history here. From your experience, uh, what do teams do to bounce back from a loss like this?
I think you just got to have heart. I mean, honestly, that's all that matters tomorrow. If they show up and play hard, or are they ready for the season to end? You'll know in the first inning, probably. We were very uncharacteristic in our dugout tonight. A little negative energy going on. Just little things that I kind of pick up on, even in BP, that probably nobody else would pick up on but me, just because I'm around them, and just bad energy, man. Just not good energy, and that stuff it's contagious. One guy gets negative, then the next guy gets negative, and when you get down, we've been down early before. I think they just let the moment get too big for them. The crowd, the stands, everybody was trying to be the hero. That's kind of what I thought.
Coach, can you just speak to obviously it's the beauty of the tournament where you have an opportunity to have a night like this and you can still win the whole thing. So can you just speak to the format? I mean, you guys are down but not out, and you can still win a few more and come home with the championship. So just speak to having to recollect and come back tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we haven't played anybody here that we haven't played all year. We knew coming in that everybody was going to be good. You have to play your best baseball out here, which obviously we didn't. So, that's baseball, though. I mean, that's the beauty of the game. At the end of the day, is you get to play again tomorrow, and you have to bounce back. That's the difference between good and great. Great players have short-term memory. They bounce back. Doesn't matter if they went 0 for 4 or 5 for 5. They just bounce back, and you'll see what we're made out of tomorrow. Good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
First, if you guys could just go down the lines, just spell your first and last names.
Aaron, Aaron, Biddle, Biddle.
Luke Odden, Lukeodden. Mac Mitchell, Mack, Mitchell.
All right, so well, wasn't as nearly as dramatic as the last couple of ones. How did it feel to just be able to go out there and just take care of business pretty much right away?
Do we need to speak in the mic?
You can just talk.
It felt really good. I mean, Max said it down the field. I think we have the best pitching staff in the country. When Jackson Susie gets on the mound, it's like everybody else feels his dominance and his confidence, and it lets the offense just do its work, you know? So it felt really good to do that, yeah.
Yeah, and Luke, you had a great game all around. First though, that crazy what was that? Was that like over the shoulder out there in like left center that you made?
Yeah, that was our left fielder he was saying my name, and with all the noise, I thought he was saying ball. And so I looked at him, and he looked at me, and then I realized that this was my ball, and then I looked up, and it was just in my glove. So
perfect time.
yeah, it was perfect time. Lord just put it right in my glove, and that was it. That was play.
You saw some time last year. I was also hoping you could talk about just what you learned from last year's experience and how you think that's carrying over to even like the new guys on the team.
Yeah, I think not just me. I think everybody that was there last year learned a lot and carrying over. Coach Biddle has done an amazing job of keeping the kind of tenets of our program. It's like the culture, everything else. It just keeps carrying over, and I think that's why we are where we are.
And a question for Coach too: what was learned from last year's spot of the tournament?
I think the biggest thing for me is just making these guys understand that this is going to be an absolute grind. That there's not going to be anything easy about this. At some point in the tournament, you're going to get smacked in the mouth, and it's happened to us all 3 games so far. And it's all about how you're going to respond when you get smacked in the mouth. And I think that's the biggest thing is just knowing that it's going to happen and being prepared for it and being prepared for the reaction.
And Mac, you were seeing the ball great tonight. Did you feel good coming in, or when did you know that you were like, hey, I'm ready to have a good game?
Yeah, I know. I haven't had like the best start to the tournament I wanted, but I just kept going. I felt really good in BP, and then there's just a pitcher that fit into like what we like as a team to hit. It's fastball heavy. Even if it's hard, we just know that we just got to be on time, let the ball do the work, especially in a place like Grand Junction. Ball flies a bit, so got to put good barrel on it and the ball do the work.
Go back and look. Talk about. We've been behind the first 2 games, and we've been behind several times this year. We all know about the great driving mentality you have when you're coming from behind. But talk about playing from in front. We haven't done that this week here. But we led 1 pitch and 3 half innings so far until tonight. So what's it do for you, the mentality as you go to the plate?
Just feel like you just want to keep going. I mean, it honestly did feel kind of weird today being in the head. It was like, oh, it's kind of a little different. Not nervous, don't need to score runs, but it just lets you play, I guess, a little bit more freely. So you know that you just let your game do the work. Nothing go wrong.
Yeah. I mean, even in the first inning, they jumped ahead by a run in that top part of the inning. And, I mean, we felt like we've been there the entire year, this entire tournament, nothing new. So we just let our bats do the job and trust ourselves. So.
And then look about the play at second, or the ruling that you got with the stolen base. Is that what that was? And it was overruled.
Force play.
And then we seemed to take off after that. Was there anything to that, or?
Are you talking about the pick where we challenged?
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So, and then we took off from there. Then.
Oh, right.
Anything to that mentally for you guys? Or?
I think, well, I mean, honestly, that was my bad for even making it that close. Coach has been telling us that they do that little quick move, and I knew I was safe. I'm glad we had a challenge left. But I think that once we got that, Richie had kept his head up and got that big hit, and that was how we just kind of took off after that.
Listen, you guys did such a great job tonight. I think it seemed like you guys were really feeding off of each other there and stringing together hits. Is that what you felt like?
Yeah, I think the team chemistry here is like our motto is play for us, and nobody else in the country. I mean, it feels like we're playing for us, not even a national championship. It's just like keeping this group as together as long as we possibly can. That's what matters most. And I think that means more.
Anybody else? Eric, what about Luke Leverton? He really settled things down, didn't he?
Yeah, he was outstanding tonight. And hats off to Manny DeGracia too. He came in a tough spot and got us out of a big inning against I think it was their 2 and 3 hole guys. He struggled to throw strikes when he went back out, but Luke was able to come in and get us out of a jam there and hold it right there to give us a chance to get a big inning and put that thing away.
Coach 3, we were here last year in the same situation, weren't we?
Yep. And I think last year we spent a whole lot of time as a group talking about the bracket and how we didn't like it and how we played 4 straight days and all this stuff. And I've told these guys from day one, like, it is what it is, and we're just going to play, and let's not worry about any of that. Let's just play baseball, and hopefully that'll be a difference for us.
Kind of an advantage to play every day.
In a way, yeah. These guys have kind of been in the groove. I like where they're at right now. We're playing good defense. We've been hitting enough, and then tonight we got the big 16-run game. I like where we're at.
We're like you.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
We're like you,
Yeah.
baby.
That was fun.